is Chiaki Matsuzawa, your MC today. Thank you very much for having me. By the way, today we are streaming this stage. If you are watching, please post on X with an hashtag FF7R. Please post on X. Thank you for waiting. Now, let me invite exciting members to the stage. First, Mr. Yoshinori Kitase, producer of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Sorry we have to rush this, guys, but welcome, whoever's watching. I came here as soon as I possibly can. I'm a couple minutes late, but we're here for this presentation, guys.
Next, Mr. Naoki Hamaguchi, director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And today's special guest who loves Final Fantasy game and even makes become a crystal by himself. His name is Mr. Noda Crystal from the comedian Magical Lovely. Everyone, thank you for joining us today. Noda-san, I think your style has changed, yes. Maybe I should change my stage name. It's so heavy, but it's so huge. Cloud, I think he doesn't want to carry this around. It's too huge. He always do this after each battle. It's so cumbersome. So you should do some.
Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on, guys.
Dangerous. Awesome. It's so perfect.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
So thank you for coming, Noda-san. And of course, there's one more person we should not forget. Another member joining us as a voice from heaven is Mr. Nomura. Yes, this is Nomura speaking. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear Mr. Nomura? Yes, everyone can hear you. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Mr. Nomura. Thank you very much. Now, Noda-san, so please be seated and I should hand this basket back. Should I carry this all during the stage? I should carry this around? No. Cloud always carry this around. It's a heavy. Cloud, while he's sleeping, he has this sword this way. And when he's sleeping, he always have his sword like this. You remember very well. It's so scary. Okay, so you can carry this around? No, please. So it's dangerous. You should not play around. So Nomura-san is waiting for you to have a seat. Please be seated, yes. I'd like to talk about Rebirth. I'm very much looking forward to it. So we can hear a lot of news. I'd like to know everything about this title and you can have some spoilers. And what will be the truth about the end of the remade version? Is Hojo coming? Yes, I'd like to learn a lot into this episode. Yes, please rely on me. I will ask everything. You are so energetic today. You're full of energy. Well, but we've been expecting this title for a very long time. Kitase-san, Nomura-san, Hamaguchi-san, the release date has been announced. What's your frank opinion at the moment, Kitase-san? Yes, thank you very much for waiting for this title. Yes, the release date has been finally announced. I'm so relieved, but at the same time, we are still working hard so that I can make this more exciting. Thank you.
Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Thank you, guys.
Mr. Nomura. Yes. Finally, at last, that is the feeling I have. And I'd like to release this as early as possible so that I can feel truly relieved. Okay.
Look at the crowd, though, guys. It's so full of there. This is awesome.
Nomura-san, he has very a good smile. Yes, he's waving to me. through the screen. Thank you. Hamaguchi-san, what's your take? Yes, the release date has been finally announced, but at the same time, I feel somewhat tense and nervous, so I'd like to make this as best quality as possible. Please look forward to it. Yes, everyone looks forward to it. Thank you. And Noda-san? FF7. Yes, everyone completed the remake is looking forward to the next title slot. We'd like to have any new information as possible. And also there should be Sephiroth coming into the scene, so I'd like to see that. So we are reaching to that part, then what we can expect the next in this title is this or that, you know? Yeah, so many things we can expect for this title. Now, we would like to ask for FF7 Rebirth. Kitasa-san, could you please explain about this title? Yes. Yes. This is the project to let FF7 be originally released in 1997. We'd like to let it come back to the present time. This is the trilogy offering 3 titles. We'd like to capture as many elements as possible from the original version, so that's why we made it into trilogy. The previous title was released in 2020, FF7 Remake, or FF7 Remake Integrate, released in 2021, much appreciated by so many people around the world, and 7 million units have been sold up to now. Thank you very much for your cooperation at the time. And
Awesome.
FF7 Rebirth, this is the second chapter or title of this trilogy. And through this streaming, I'd appreciate if you could learn a lot about this new title. Thank you for the explanation. The second title of this trilogy was released, the 7 Remake. Noda-san, you played this for 1 year and completed, right? Yes, I made it by this time. It was very close. And Escape from Midgard, that was so full of value in terms of contents. In Midgard, there's something I saw unexpectedly in the title. This is not just a remake of the original title. And also, PlayStation, when you play the original version in PlayStation, you can still enjoy it, and how Midgard is more with high resolution in this stage, or Avalanche trying to let Mako reactor explode, and what kind of impact on the city. It was so realistic, and that was something I appreciated very much. It was very realistic, I see, yes, the escape from the Midgard. And I think there will be new players for this title. So, Noda-san, could you please explain what kind of story you saw in FF7 Remake? Should I? Yes, please. Very much appreciated. You just finished this title. Yes, you can be humorous, yes, as a comedian. Yes, you're professional to telling a funny story. So when I made a mistake, please correct me. So producer and director will be behind you to monitor you. Okay. So the Final Fantasy VII in the world, there's energy, what is called Mako energy. Oh, that is a starting point. So there's Mako energy in the world, and when you use Mako energy, you can do nice things. That is so convenient. But when you use Mako energy too much, then that will damage your planet. But many people do not care about that, and there's a company called Shinra Company trying to exploit the Mako energy to the extent possible, and there's this organization attacking Mako.
Oh, they're like literally doing the breakdown for people who haven't played before.
Is
That's pretty cool.
trying to
もともとシンラカンパニー側にいたクラウドという元ソルジャー、この男がこのアバランチに雇われて入ったところからこの壮大な物語は始まるわけです。正解です。どうでしょう、浜口さん。100点です。
Basically showing our staff like right from the very beginning, like who our good guys are, who our bad guys are.
マコールを壊していくんですけども、壊していくうちに、街にも被害があって、本当にこんなことやってていいのかなとかも悩んだりとか、 いろんなサブクエストクリアして
そうですね。
人出してしたりとか
ありました。
いろんなことを経て
はい
仲間も増えていって
はい増えました。
ですけども、このクラウドがですね、一度このアバランチとはぐれてしまいまして、一人の少女に出会うんですね。
はい
それがこのエアリス。
はい
このエアリスという少女が何やら普通の人ではないなということで何やら普通の人じゃないらしい。
野村さんも笑ってらっしゃいますよ。何やら普通。
何やらシンラカンパニーに狙われてるんですね。この子が
Seen by Shira Company, and this girl
無限の魔法エネルギーがある
has unlimited Mako energy in their promising land and has the secret to go to this place. Therefore, everybody, all the serial companies are trying to capture Aerith. And let's protect Aerith. That's what they're doing, right?
That's pretty much.
To protect Aerith and the fight against Shira Company. And somehow they need to flee Midgar. I can talk, right? Yeah. You can talk up to that, which is the initial Final Fantasy VII. But at the very end, I've been told that I can share this with you. I can speak to you. Somehow, the original Final Fantasy VII, the end is different. What's that? What is it? I can't say that. I can't explain that. It might be that there might be some hint coming off today. The Sephiroth who should have been dead, that reappears. So the original Final Fantasy VII is not the same future. That's how it ends. So that's the Final Fantasy remake.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Kitase-san, what did you think about that? That was wonderful, just lovely. So I think the explanation of Marco, thank you so much. I was wondering how much I can talk, but I'm so glad that you spoke in this rhythm. So of course, there's a lot I can talk, but within this, there's a lot of drama. So Nomura-san, what did you feel about that? So in principle, yeah. In principle, I think in line. So Red 13. What about Red 13? You skipped Red 13. I want to talk about Red 13. But you were very careful, right? Yeah. Anyway. So the voice of Kappei Yamaguchi is so cool. So the voice is so wonderful. So the way it ended, you feel that the future is in your hand, which is from the remake to Rebirth. So I think that you gave a very hot explanation. So Kitase-san, so there may be people who want to start. So I think Noda-san's wonderful explanation for Final Fantasy VII, those who haven't played but who would like to start going forward, what I would recommend is Final Fantasy Rebirth, as well as the Integrate, which is the twin pack product. Until the release of the Rebirth, you are able to make a reservation and able to play at a very good price, so please play it. The previous title, in terms of Final Fantasy Remake, if you reserve the twin pack from that point, you're able to download and play. So until the launch of the Rebirth, you're able to play and do some preparations. Great. So we're still waiting for the Final Fantasy Rebirth, but towards these people, Nomura-san, in terms of the Final Fantasy Rebirth, can you explain what kind of storyline it has? Sorry, I didn't think you were going to ask me. You have to keep your attention at all times. As Noda-san mentioned earlier, the mystery at the end. If you play this Rebirth, I think you'll be able to see the big picture. So you'll see this. In the original, So after fleeing from Midgar, you come into this big world and you visit various cities and places, and the real travel adventure of Clouds and his fellows starts. And in that,
Like I said, they absolutely get it.
in the trailer up to now, we haven't really shown it very clearly, but in the places they go through, there will be many characters and encountering various characters, and there's a drama in those areas. For those who play the original, would wonder whether that character's going to come back. I'm sure some of you may be worried or concerned, but almost, I think we've covered all. So there are various characters with impact that who have not come along, so I want you to be stay tuned.
Okay.
I think the area that you would be most concerned is the difference from the original. But within the main story, I think is covering the original as it prolongs. And as you mentioned in the previous last, of course, there's something that is added. So it's original plus the Rebirth new story, which will kind of come along and duplicate, which is basically the story. So what you just saw, some of you may have realized, but is Gion, is from the Gold Saucer. So we also have Kilie, who appeared in the previous one. And this person, who is this person? Again, is a question mark and is an interesting point. So I think various characters come up very quickly. The weapon did not appear in the original, so I think this is something where you want to kind of deep dive. So that was it. Wow. So first, the field is kind of really vast. There's a lot of things I'm so curious. So I'd like to ask all of it, but from here we would like to have Hamaguchi-san to ask about the content and explain the content of Rebirth. So for this stage, I'm sure you're all concerned about how the world map exploration element is. I'm sure you're all interested. So what I've done is that it's going to be a 30-minute stage for me, where I would like to provide the new information as well as the video of the new game. I would like to give these clues to you. So if you have any questions, you're always free to ask. But before I start, there is one thing about to say is that this time around, I'm going to show you the content of the game in a very compact, so it's just a special version from the original, so it's slightly different from the original, and currently it is still in the process of production, so it might be that it's not in perfection in some parts, but please be aware of that. So now we'd like to switch the screen to the video.
Nice.
So from here, so we start from here, right? Yeah. So we just opened the door. So this is the grassland area. So Cloud have fled from Midgard and are going to the south of Midgard in the grassland area. And they're staying in a town in a place called Calm. But Shinra have heard that the Avalanche are staying there, so are attacked and are escaping from Calm, which is here.
Nice.
So in terms of the Rebirth game experience will start from here. So the world map characterizes is how we've shown. And in the previous promotion, the reason why we show this was that meaning. So this is the field. Wow, wow, this is the field. Is this a field? What's this? So it's in this field that the world map, we have it as one space, and within that we have this grassland area and other areas, and within that area there's towns as well as dungeons that are in a seamless as a big world map.
Okay.
So it's like an open world. So it's like a very flexible, free world. So you're able to go through the lands which are connected, and you're able to feel directly the Final Fantasy Rebirth world. So if you actually live in this world, this is the kind of distance you have. So in this grassland area, it's only a part of this world area, and it's just a 2-kilometer area. So even if you explore this, it won't end.
It is so realistic. I was wondering how you're going to create this field, but we made it. Without making it, I think all the fans waiting for the remake will not be satisfied, so we made this happen. Fantastic. These areas, you have all the areas surrounding all the planet that is so beyond description. You'd like to go everywhere. Now they are ready to start, and in this title you can go various places of the world map as well as change party members as you'd like.
Oh, nice.
I'd like to show you how you can switch a various party members, and you can switch from the command pane. You don't have to use PHS. You don't need that from PHS.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
necessary. So it's so modern. You can use smartphones to switch parties. And going back to the game, you can see the Billy's farm where we'd like to take a look at it. There will be encounters with enemies, yes. And in terms of the distance, about 1 kilometer or so, you will be walking in that direction. So I'd like to give some explanation. Walking along the road, and in front of you, you can see some enemies in front of you. So we'd like to explain battle system. This time, the battle system, we have a synergy system. There's a synergy ability and synergy skill. First, I'd like to start with a synergy skill. Crowd is utilizing the power from Aerith, and Tifa uses the magical power from Aerith and try to conduct a combination attack in the air, and you can just guard or charge the attack or combination attacks. These actions and technical synergy can be utilized. You do not have to use ATBs, so you can use this while ATB gauge is filling up.
Nice. Okay.
This is something different from the first title. You can see more technical aspect of the battle. You do not have to wander around while the ATB gauge fills up. Yes, you can use combination attacks. And the synergy skill, Crowd Aerith combination and Aerith Tifa combination was shown, but we have every combination of every party member for that synergy skill, so please learn every combination and synergy skills as you'd like. You picked various items on the field. Yes, there are so many items on the field, and some of you have played this on a trial, but there's a crafting or item transmutation system is adopted, and you can pick some dropped items from the enemies and gather various items, and you can craft or transmute various items. You can use a potion. By doing so, you can create various items, and when you become more mature, a defense gear or armor equipment, or you can reinstate your gears, and this can be used from the start to the end of the game. Please use this item transmutation or crafting function. It's something we saw in the previous titles at the time of Final Fantasy V or so. Many people love this kind of thing. That's true. Please pick everything on the field. And then I'd like to ask you to explore in the field. So there's so many wide field areas you can go down from here, yes, from the hill.
Nice.
And also you can climb up to the hill.
Lots of more mobility than we used to have.
Many field actions prepared for this title. You can move very freely. Compared to the previous title, there's more flexibility in movement, and also you can see some animals walking around. And also, everybody loves this Shinra boxes. You can identify Shinra boxes. Everybody would like to slash off Shinra boxes, so please slash them off. In addition to that, as you are walking, there's a very small chocobo, and you can follow the chocobo. And he says, please follow me. And we can see some signposts. And when you fix this signpost at the game, you can use this as a fast travel point.
Okay.
And from the world perspective, this chocobo will be very delighted. He's so cute. And after fixing signpost, you can create trust with this chocobo, and you can give some reaction to this chocobo. So cute. And depending on the area, the reactions may vary. So please try it. And you can use this as a fast travel point as well as these benches. Oh, fantastic benches. But this is different. Oh? Oh, he's using cushion. And in the world map, so the benches are so old and dirty, so you need to use cushions. I think Cloud would like to use cushions when he'd like to sit on a bench.
Oh, okay.
So
that's like a tent in a way. Got it. Okay.
We'd like to show you Red 13, give you some explanation of Red 13. Red 13 is designed for the near-range attackers. You can show various special moves close to enemies, and you can charge your ATB gauge to use a very powerful ATB. Excuse me. I'm going to use this. This is very powerful. And
oh, wow.
Very useful move, status rate. And Red 13 has another special one, that is the Vengeance gauge. When you protect or guard the attacks of enemies, you can charge Vengeance gauge, and when you feel that, you can go into the Vengeance mode with the special abilities you can use in that state. It's not that Red 13 can just go into the enemy's attack, but also you can guard the attacks from enemies, then you can use very special mode Red 13, and you can do counter, and that is very refreshing. So Red 13 has been very differentiated from other characters, so please enjoy playing and using Red 13.
Okay.
Red 13, I'd like to play this character, which we could not use in the previous title, and many fans were complained about that. Finally, we can use Red 13, and you can swim in the river. You can swim in the river or in the ocean, maybe legendary. The submarine material. Not just swimming, you can climb up ropes, or you can use wire hooks. There are so many various world actions so that you can enjoy exploring the various places of the world. You can swim, and you have 260 meters to the destination. The field is so big. This time, as I mentioned earlier, this is something you can see. Cloud would like to rent a chocobo to the swamplands. So I think you can tell when you play the original version, you can see. So we are going to Chocobo Ranch. We are going to Chocobo Ranch so that we can go to the swamplands. Everybody loves Chocobo Ranch, and he's the Bill, Chocobo Bill. I will ignore him this time, but you can meet him here. Yes, just to show a glimpse of him. Now we are here. And we here would like to rent Chocobo so that we can go to swamplands. And in this title, Chocobo offers the various characteristics. Some Chocobos can climb up the hill, or some Chocobo can fly in the sky, or some go over the water or sea at a very high speed. And you can use Chocobo to go various places. That is one of the uniqueness of this title. And this Billy, Chocobo Billy, when you play the last title, you should remember a chocobo some, but there are people owning chocobo or farming chocobo is something we try to be detailed about in this title, and this chocobo Billy is very important character in this title. I see. Yes, and now we are now trying to rent the chocobo, but we were asked to catch a chocobo who went away from the ranch. Now we are going to catch a chocobo. In the original version, do you remember how we catch chocobo? I think this was chocobo and other monsters, and we should kill monsters other than chocobo, right? Yes, that is correct. Yes, that reminded me. Yes, good memory. And in this title, how we are going to get chocobo is something I'd like to show you and explain to you from now. Thank you. And she's Kuloe, sister of Chocobo Billy. Now, after catching Chocobo, Chocobo Billy will tell you how to ride on the Chocobo. Now we are going to catch a Chocobo. In this title, as with the original version, you should follow track and footprints. That is the homage we made. I remember that, yes. In the original version, that was some symbolic, but in this title, you can see the actual footprints here. It's so real, and you should follow and track these footprints of Chocobo. In the original version, we couldn't make it, but this is actually what's happening in the title. You should follow the Chocobo footprints in this manner, and as you walk in the world map, you can identify Chocobo footprints and you can trace them back so that you can move forward, and then you can meet a bunch of Chocobo groups.
In the original. So yeah, we found Chocobo. So let's go and capture Chocobo. So how do you think that we're going to capture Chocobo in this one? Using a net? Using a net, right? So let's actually try out. So how are we going to capture Chocobo? In this one, it's a stealth mini game for capturing the Chocobo.
Oh,
The stealth mini code so that Chocobo doesn't realize.
definitely very Horizon inspired. Wow.
We don't have ourselves in the side of Chocobo. So this is the first one, so it's very easy. So if you're very careful of Chocobo not looking at you, so we said that there are Chocobo with various capabilities, but it's coming to become more and more difficult. So when it becomes a red Chocobo, it's going to be difficult. But even if you fail, you can retry. So there's no penalties. I want you to make a lot of opportunities. So you want to move when Chocobo's not looking. And where you see it over there is Pico, is the Chocobo you want to catch this time around. It's very careful, it's hiding, but I think they will realize it's very good to detect. So in those cases, very cute, but staring at you, right? So in this case, you want to throw a stone so that you're able to divert the view and capture during those times.
Exactly like how it is. It's exactly like how it is in Horizon.
Divert the view. So this is the opportunity. So during this opportunity, you go and you get on. You get on. And this is like when a cat feels safe when you grab. Chocobo feels a sense, and then you can become very close with Chocobo and able to utilize Chocobo because you have this bond, you'll have this trust relationship. Oh, and you can provide the Giza green. And as you explore the world map, you will be utilizing Chocobo quite a lot, not just riding, but it has various parts. And you're able to customize various things, so you're able to customize the Chocobo and create your own Chocobo as you explore the world map. So cute. You feel like this sense of affinity. Red 13 seems to be very wary. So I think they might be feeling something. So Chocobo is a bit hungry, so he's going to go back to the branch. So it looks very happy. So he's come back. So as you just saw, the world is vast, which I think we've been conveyed. So going back to Chocobo's branch, going back to where you come is a bit of a troublesome. But for those places that you've visited before, you can register that as a fast track. So very fast action. So I want you to utilize this fast track function. And over there, you see Chocobo already back in the ranch. Yes, Chocobo's back. This time, Chocobo wants to capture you right, and then you go to exploration. But this is the first Chocobo, so it's a tutorial. So this time, we've had the Chocobo to come back to the ranch to provide various lecture. So we're going to prepare, so the old green Chocobo Green is saying, please wait. So utilizing this time, we want to showcase some of the elements of the exploration of world map whilst we wait for Chocobo to finish eating. So we're going to go out. And then...
Chadley's back.
Wow.
Chadley's back. That's so crazy.
It's Chadley. Chadley. Have you forgotten me? With those cute eyes? If you say, I don't remember you, Chadley will sleep. But of course, we remember Chadley. And of course, all of you would remember Chadley. But in the previous, in the combat intel, we provided, and by accomplishing that, it came up with something. So Cloud was prompted, so said that Chadley said, I want to go to the world map. So he's now made his research to world map. So by exploring the world map and from the knowledge that you've developed, you're able to develop the material. So basically, he's saying that, let's cooperate together. So I think Chadley has a story of his own. So he wants to this is a very important element to explore the world map. He's saying that Shinla, the old Remno wave tower, are in the world map that are not utilized, but by utilizing that, Chadley will be able to explore the world map.
Oh, is he like our way to like open up the fog or something?
Communication towers, able to expand the areas he is able to explore, and he's saying that let's expand this world map. So it's a game to explore the world map, and that is his intention, and Cloud also follows on that too. So the Remno Wave Tower, we're going to initiate that. So he's saying it's very close by, over there.
Literally right there.
It's just there. So it's better just you go there yourself because it's so close. So the world is going to be in your hands. But the first, he's saying, let's do it together. So let's initiate the first one or activate the first one.
That's kind
So
of
like
neat.
this.
Okay.
So Chadley is in the world map, so we've given him a new uniform like a Boy Scout costume. So as you can see, under the Remno Wave Tower, there's the activation terminal. So this is by putting in the module that was received earlier, the Remno Wave Tower will be activated. So we've been very careful with the mechanics here. So this has the fantasy elements and the light elements, which is the Final Fantasy VII. Wow, it's really good for my heart, I suppose. So by activating the Remno Wave Tower, the world map close to the Remno Wave Tower, you're able to detect, and Chadley knows where they want to explore or investigate. So like this. So Chadley is searching, investigating, and then, as you can see, on the area maps, the area Chadley wants you to investigate will appear. And by initiating these requests and executing that, you're able to develop various materia, which is the objective cloud and Chadley. So currently we're going to activate the Remno wave, and we've done some analysis. So let us develop one materia. So let us develop a materia. So you're able to develop various materia, but from where you want to develop, the user is able to choose. So there's various things. So you're able to develop and select the one that she wants to use, like this. So there are various material you've never come across. So there are very convenient material. Oh, very interesting. Noda-san loves materia. I love materia. So Chadley's request, there were a couple. So let us try one. So it's around 800 meters difference. So from Calm to Chocobo Ranch, it was 1 kilometer. So I think it's roughly the same distance. But now Chocobo's ready. We're going to ride on Chocobo and see how convenient Chocobo is. Okay, we're going to ride on Chocobo and go to the place, go to our destination. That one, that Pico, right? Pico is ready. So we're going to whistle. Oh, Pico's Pico's come. So Red 13 too. So that's Red 13, right?
Red 13's riding a chocobo.
Riding.
That's great.
Red 13's riding. Wow. So as you can see, Chocobo's running. Sometimes Chocobo realizes, detects something. So from the smell, if you smell, the wild rabbit has the tendency of digging or putting something on the ground. So if Chocobo makes a response, I want you to proactively use Chocobo. So Chocobo, you don't want to capture a wild rabbit, so very cute, huh? That's the Moogle house. Moogle house. Did you realize? It's Moogle house. I loved Gold Saucer, so I don't have time, so we have to skip here. They could give you a bit of a medal, right? So as we proceed, very quick. And this time, the combat request of Chadley will be conducting, but normally there are various like mini games and the story to analyze and to be able to solve the mystery. It's really vast, but due to time this time around, we will be explaining the one with the combat. So we've arrived.
Chocobo is very helpful. It's so quick. And you can see the monster a guide system will give you an explanation on each monster's enemies. You can see the explanation of the monster, why the monster lives in this place, and how they live in this area. It's like explanation at the zoo. So it's like audio guide. And it's not the key tips for combat. The world map content of Chadley is not something that you let players to grow and increase levels, but rather we wanted to create a story behind all of the elements in the world. It's not that you are just fighting and defeating enemies, but I'd like you to know the details about each monster and how they live. That is something we created in this content, and then you can combat them. So it's like a well-created living environment, and here you can see very strong monsters, and a trial play you can battle with this monster, but you should be well prepared or you'll be killed, beaten by these monsters. They are so strong and powerful. And here I'd like to talk about synergy ability. Is different from synergy skills. You should charge the gauge and consume the gauge to use that synergy ability. How you can charge this synergy gauge? When you consume ATB gauge, then you can charge the synergy gauge. So when you use ATB more and more, then you can increase and charge synergy gauge. So you should consume ATB gauge. And by doing so, you can use the synergy ability.
Wow.
And if you'd like to show the synergy ability between Cloud and Red 13, and then you need to increase the synergy gauge of both characters, Cloud and Red 13. So I should switch characters and increase the gauge. So switching characters would lead to better battles. That is something we'd like to highlight. You should not use just one character, but you'd like to charge synergy gauge, switching characters, and then you can use move. In the previous title, you can just use Cloud only, but in this title, you can use various characters, and in doing so, you can utilize synergy ability, which will be good for playing this game. You can see the gauge is charged and is on the increase. And I'd like to release the synergy ability. They are so strong, we see the life point HP is on the decrease. I think you should cure yourself. Yes, let us cure ourselves, be ready, and after this attack, we'd like to use the synergy ability. No. So invincible. Aerith is creating magic. Yes, okay. Then chain ability. This is a synergy ability, and we are going to use a savage assault.
Nice.
So cool. This is so cool. Yes, this special move, synergy, is so fantastic, and each character offers various synergy abilities, so please learn them and use them to the extent possible. There's every combination, every character, right? Yes, that is correct. And that is the explanation of the map, the world report of the world intel of the Chatterley. And you can see the map is so big, so large. There are so many unexplored areas. And this time, some of you may know, you can play a mercenary quest. Mercenary quest, there are so many people in need. You can start quests. When you go to cities, you can start various quests. You can see some green icons on top of some of the people, and then you can talk to them, and they will ask some quests to you. And this one is the governor of Calm. There's a Mako Tank in Calm, but they are in short of Mako from Mako-chan. They are in worry, but I will ignore him because I don't have time. Like, this is Calm. Yes, you can see this is Calm.
Oh, wow.
Calm, it is so fantastic. You can see so many people living here. And as you are walking around in the city, it's difficult to identify who's in need. It's cumbersome for some people. And in this world, you have very nice functions. You don't have to go around. There's a notice board at the city where people will give notice on quests. So as you can see this is the notice board. When you see notice board, you can see some quests or requests on the board. So from here, you can start quests. It's so helpful.
I like bounties.
So just an example, I'd like to pick this one that
Maybe like a
is
bounty or something.
Livestock Bane. This is the quest. You can start initiating the quest, or you can do several tasks in parallel as you move forward in the story. It's not that the tasks would be discontinued. You can just continuously receive quests as many as possible, and you can complete tasks as you'd like. I see. Now, in this quest, as time is limited, I'm going to use fast travel, where I've never visited, but you need to go to that place to use fast travel in the original game. And this is the person who's in need and the client. In this quest, maybe we need to dig deep about these characters, or they make some requests to solve problems for them. So by finishing various quests, you can learn many things about this world. or calm. In the original, I skipped or I went through without doing anything. But no, calm is the first place you go to in this title, so you can do many things, not just characters. Together with Cloud, there's some character playing the major role. In this quest, Red 13 is with Cloud. So Cloud plus someone from your party will play mercenary, and by doing so you can build trust and better relations with Cloud, and you can imagine how that will play out in the later part of the game. And then the livestock was attacked by some monsters, and Cloud was asked to do some investigation. And Red 13 is so excited to look into the scene. Red 13 is so in a hurry. He's like a dog chasing sheep. He's so motivated. And when you look into this place, you can see the story will unfold. In Red 13 says it's been several days since the enemy attacked here. Is so demotivated after finding that out. And Cloud says that we should rely on Chocobo, and Chocobo in this world has a very good sense of smell, and better than Red 13. Not just wandering around the world map, but also there are so many quests and you can problem solve with Chocobos. And Red 13 does not like Chocobo will overtake his ability, but when you scent on the Chocobo, then you can track the scent path. Red 13 says, well, I can track this out. Red 13 is trying to compete against Chocobo. But when you lost the track of the scent, then you can smell again so that you can see the route of the scent. And when you follow this along, you can move to the next phases of the story. So Chocobo is very important, not just wandering around the map, but also various quests in the title. And this is how it works.
Nice.
30 minutes
Wow.
passed. It's so fantastic. And from this and onwards, please play it by yourself. So this is something I can show you. It was so quick. Well, we're still in calm, the first city, and there are so many things in front of you in the story. There are so many things we are to know. I'm interested in the swamplands. I'm so intrigued, and not just Chocobo. There's so many volume contents. And this is the first area. This is just the first city, but so many things that we learn here. So many contents till the end of the title, right? That is correct. So fantastic. And the battle system, combat system, it looks so exciting. Yes, it is well crafted, and also in the trial play, many people touched on that, and we received very good feedback and very delighted. Yes, we'd like to consider what would be the best approach to move in the battle, not just combat in battle, but also Chocobos, not just vehicles, but it's like they are party member in a way. Yes, and they are so cute.
The field, but even up to here, we've had a lot of volume. So Hamaguchi-san, there is something that you still want to show. So today, on this TGS stage, it wanted to showcase the video or the title. But normally, if I planned that, it would take 2 hours just for my part. So, but the director said that you can't have all of the TGS. Of course, that's no surprise. But so this time around, I kind of shrank it into a half an hour. So the basic systems of the game, I've only been able to explain that, but there are the fluent variety of the games which I was not able to explain, showcase today. So I would like to have this opportunity, because you're all here, to cut some part, and a lot of people are participating online too. So today we would like to share some new information. Therefore, there are various informations, and it's information only for grassland. Not everything, but I'm so glad I came here today. So I've kind of made that into 2 to 3 minutes video. So I would like to show this for the first time.
Okay.
Great. Please.
Brand new content. All right.
So you're able to make reactions. Please feel to make. So this is the Moogle house, the one we saw earlier.
Oh my gosh.
So cute.
What am I looking at?
Minigame. So Moogle house minigame.
Oh, those guys are back.
Them
Didn't think these guys were gonna come back. Wow.
are coming to the world map together with Cloud escaping or fleeing from Midgar.
Oh my
So there's
gosh.
various stories. They have various stories. They're kind of being beaten. They're being beaten. So they're characters that are loved. And in this one,
Oh, the Queen's Blood. I've been a little spoiled about this, but I know about it.
is that there's a story. So from the start till the end, you're able to play during the game. I just showed you just a bit.
You know about Chocobo customization?
So
I've seen things
as I
about this
said,
already.
You're able to customize and attach parts. What was that card game? So I'm showing you bits and pieces. So this is different from Chocobo Race, but as a tutorial for Chocobo for you to be able to get used to Chocobo, this itself is enjoying. So the characters we saw earlier will appear on Quest, and you're able to see the relationships and the background of these characters. This is where Aerith is the protagonist. So the theme is the flower in terms of the quest.
Oh, okay.
So in the previous one, we saw this, right? In the previous title, I think they were picking flowers. Aerith was picking the flowers. And not just the monsters we saw earlier. There are very strong monsters that appear if you are able to conquer some requests.
Huh.
So this one is a very strong one. So this, if you are able to finish a certain condition, it appears. It's a very rare monster. So there's the piano. Oh, piano. Piano? B? Can it be? So it's now like a different game. So it's now a rhythm game. Wow, they're playing. It's a rhythm game. So there's more
Interesting.
songs that
Oh, there's
you can
Wutai.
play.
That's Wutai. That's gonna be so
Where
cool
is
to
this
visit.
place? Where is this?
Well, that's gonna be really
La, la, la,
neat.
la. Oh, I'm
Oh
so
my
intrigued.
gosh.
What was that?
I get to go back to Wutai.
So if you include that, it would have taken 2 hours, and the director said I can't present that. So you showed me bits and pieces. This is like, I wanted to see many. I'm intrigued by all, but there were mini games. There were card games. What's that?
We'll have to play and see what's the importance of Wutai. But we will be going there in the next one, confirmed.
With the card players, you're able to resolve the mystery and solve, and it comes to a very heartbreaking or heartful end. So how much can you play? So if you play a stopping by, you won't be able to reach the main part. So there's a lot. So rather than doing everything, it should be that you should be selective and do the things that you like. And then once you go through the story, you go back. Or once you've cleared the games, then you go back. So I think it's really dependent on the individual. Wonderful. And we also saw the piano. The piano, those who played, I'm sure it's a reminiscence. So you will get the final heaven. You remembered? So I would like to go and capture the final heaven. Actually, today I showed you a video, but I said it was for the grassland, but there are different information, so the piano is one in a different area. And the reason why I include that today is because that mini game, I wanted Noda-san you to play today. So it's like a sound game. It's a sound game, but that sound game has very original in terms of the operability. So to operate the piano, play the piano is difficult, right? So you have to be careful of your right hand, left hand. Yes, of course. So much pressure on me. I wonder if I can do it. Okay, you will. Can I play? All right, we have it over there. So this is the play corner.
Okay.
Wow. So this is the RL. So right hand, left hand. So we're going to switch to the screen. So like this. So there's the clearance mode, like the one in the original. So you're able to play the piano with this. So this is really quite real. So you can play like a real piano. So I want you to play the songs that you like and like you to share that. So you can really become a piano master. So I might be able to play one song, right? Yes. The developer staff was able to play and show that to everybody. I'd like to see that. It might be a concert out of here. So this time, if you press the button in the middle and select the song, so Final Fantasy VII, whether you're Aerith camp or T-Hack team, the user is able to discuss. But today I'm going to be nasty, and we have the theme for Aerith and Tifa. So Noda-san, I want you to showcase which camp you are.
Oh.
Are you Aerith camp or Tifa camp? Okay. So I'm going to pick Aerith because I have no choice. So I have no choice, but I'm going to pick Aerith's theme song. So yes. So you've got this Buster Sword as you play. Can I? So there's the countdown. Come on, go! Oe. Okay, got it. Got it. Nice. Okay. Okay, it's so difficult. But you're doing it. You're doing okay. Okay, got it. I got it. And then the songs come along. Wonderful, lovely. You got it in an instantaneously. Yeah, I got it. You're doing well. You're doing well for the first time. It's considering it's your first time. So you're using the analog stick, so not just the right hand side. If you have to use your left hand side, unless you're used, you do come to a panic. And the music, there are various music notes in the world. You're able to find the song and make various challenges.
No close. This is a level 3 song.
Not bad for his first time doing it.
Very well. Well done.
Not bad for his first time doing it.
So exciting. I can play this forever.
We're gonna have to make an achievement for that.
I think I can just play this. Yes, there are so many mini games in this title. It's so great to have this in FF7. Some players will just play this mini game. There will be so many other musical pieces and songs, right? That is correct. And if it's not sufficient, you can just free play the piano. And you can play some original audio here using this piano. Well, I think I'd like to ask professional piano players to play this. And when you have played piano, and then you can do a good performance, and it takes some time to get used to it, but pianists can play it well. As you get used to it, you can play more difficult pieces. So please, I'm looking forward to so many people uploading their piano performance on various media. And I'm just wondering in what kind of circumstances Cloud will play this game. You like that? Yes, of course. I like that. There's so many drama within the piece, this theme. Nomura-san, I think you look very delighted to see his performance. Nomura-san, what's your take? Yes, I see so many exciting faces at the stage. I was mesmerized by the performance, and I'm looking.
Sorry, guys, for like. That's the stream lagging, not me. Ooh. Stream died after. I read the this is the YouTube chat the channel. Stream died after they played the Earth theme. Oh no. Well, anyways, guys, this has been pretty cool. We got to see a whole bunch of like new stuff. So that was awesome. A lot of gameplay stuff that I didn't expect that we were gonna get. Yeah, this is gonna be very exciting stuff, guys. So if you guys did like my reaction, I know it was pretty quiet throughout this, but you know, I'm just listening to um a lot of the you know, a lot of what they had to say. A lot of what they presented was really cool. They showed us a lot of like the combat moving through the world. That was kind of like what I wanted to see. And they showed a lot of it. So that was really, really cool. Anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna save this to YouTube, but we'll see. But for those of you who are watching, if you guys are if I do manage to upload this to YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it ended on kind of a cliffhanger. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.